is ready to test out some viral makeup hacks. What up guys, Ashley Elizabeth here with AEHM Artistry, and today we are testing specifically viral eyeliner hacks. Yes, we're gonna test it out. I have about 6 different eyeliner techniques to test out today to give that really slayed wing liner for you, maybe. We will find out, is this just gimmicky, nice Instagram type video and it doesn't really work? Or we're gonna find out if it does, and hey, we got a new way and a quick way, hopefully, to slay your winged liner. Which one should we start with? We got floss, we got Q-tips, we got all kinds of crazy things. Sorry, I don't know exactly who created each viral hack that I'm going to test out. If you do happen to know one of them, tag them down below. You are more than welcome to. I am not claiming to have come up with any of these. I just want to test them out for you and find out if it's gimmicky as all get out or if it's the new way to slay. I'm going to start with the one that caught my eye this morning, and it is the toothpick eyeliner hack. I'm going to try it with a liquid liner first. I also have a gel liner too if that's not working, because I feel like it would dry out really fast. But all she did was take her liquid liner and she, feels weird. She just painted a little toothy pick guy. And we will stamp this puppy on. Line her up. Huh, that's really awkward. Nose, get out of the way, nose. Let me put some more on there. It looked so good in the video. Maybe with like lots of practice, some of these will work. Ow, don't drag it across. Feels like splintery. Okay, that's really patchy and not cute. Let me apply some gel liner. This one is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Liner. I'm just gonna like kind of dip it in. Oh, that's so much better. It's still a little patchy, but I guess it's kind of just about, oh yeah, look at that sharp point. Oh honey, okay. Okay, yeah, don't use it for the rest. So now I guess all we would do is you can take the felt tip liner and just finish that out. Oh, that worked pretty nice actually. Good little stamp. Ooh! So toothpick with the gel liner, stamp it, and then finish out with the felt tip liner. Very nice. I was definitely skeptical of all these. So that's nice. That's nice to start off on a good foot. And let's go in with kind of a similar concept. I have these Q-tips from a brand called Fran Wilson. It's the ITs, and one end of it is rounded and one end is pointed, and it's a very firm Q-tip. Like, it's not gonna be flimsy and cottony. So kind of the same concept, might be a bigger wing. We're gonna start with the liquid liner and put that, oh, that's not gonna work. I'm not sure if I saw this anywhere or if I thought of this one, to be honest. I know I'm not trying to take credit for any of these, but going through my stuff trying to find an eraser, and I found these Q-tips, and I'm like, oh honey, maybe this will work. We'll try the liquid liner first, but it seems like it's probably gonna absorb too much. Worth a shot. Oh yeah, this side is way easier. No. Oh. You see the liquid liner is almost too dry, but you do get a really good wing with that. Let's dip it into my gel liner pot. Doesn't work as a stamp, but it works if you drag the product. And then because this tip is so pointed, it's easy to kind of round it out, as opposed to a brush that'll kind of be a little flimsy. And then I would either go in with gel liner and continue it, or you can switch back to the felt tip. A little more patchy on this side, but I think you could layer it up really nice. I'll put a little link down below in the description box if I can find these like on Amazon or something. Usually they're pretty cheap, a few bucks for a giant pack of them. So I'll link all these things that we try today in the description box. But that's nice. Pretty cool. Ooh, this side is the winner between the two. I don't know. I like that technique. It was really smooth, but this one is a little bit smaller. You see this is a little bit of a thicker wing. This one with the toothpick is slightly smaller. Okay, now let's do these floss hacks. Okay, so the first one is regular dental floss, and then we're gonna go in with one of these little guys. Take this from what I've seen this all over the place. For years I've seen people doing this, I wanna say. The hard part seems like getting the eyeliner on it. I'm gonna go in with the liquid liner again. I don't know why I keep using that if it seems like it's not working. Kinda like this. A little bit. And then, oh, it's so minty near my eye. Oh my gosh. Like that only kind of helps as a guide. No, I guess it would help as a guide. Let's see if I can do the whole corner thingy that I saw people do. And then I do not like, okay, I need to shut up for a second. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, that ruined it. Now you guess you could just like paint it, you know, but like that first one I guess is good guide. Oh my gosh, the mint must have rubbed off into my eye and it's super minty. Okay, maybe don't get minted floss if you're gonna try that, but to me, I wouldn't call this a fail, but it's kind of more work than I want it to be, and the mint is a fail. Okay, for me, I would not do this again. For me, this is a fail. If this works for you, that is awesome. Oh my gosh, it's still minty though. Okay, moving on to the other side. This one doesn't smell minty, so this will be fine. This is my daughter's, you know, little toothpick thingies, and luckily she came through and had one for me to use. Yeah, that seems pretty cool. So let's put this product right on that. So that has the liquid liner on it again. And let's try this side. So kind of line it up without stabbing your eye. Oh, that did absolutely nothing. Let's go ahead and put some gel liner on that. This side worked with liquid liner. It was just not great. It's really hard to get the gel liner on the floss. Things are going south. Well, we got two so far that worked. So let's see if we can get another one. Nope. Yep, that's not working at all. Okay, so these are a fail. That did not work for me. Maybe it's the liner that I'm using, but that is not working. Take this off and finish our last two. You know, this one is the same kind of concept as the toothpick and the IQ's little pointed one, except I'm using a pointed tweezer. This seems like it might work nicely because it's not going to absorb the product, so I will use a liquid liner on this, and I'm just going to paint right here. It's a little baby ring! Paint it again, really saturate it. No. Ow, no. Just dries way too fast. Let's try putting that gel liner on it. You'd think I would learn. This is like the 5th one and I keep starting with the liquid liner. I think I got it on there without it being clumpy. Oh, okay. Lesson learned. Ooh, when you drag it, I mean, be careful because it's really sharp and pointed, but that works really nicely. Ooh, look at that flick. So now I would go in and just like fill it in. So you see there's some lightness right there, and then where it gets thicker, so you could either like probably re-go over it and re-dip it in the gel liner, or cover it with the gel liner with a brush, or take your felt tip pen and just even her out. Now I'm gonna try the eraser stamp one. Now I've seen everybody use the classic pink erasers. However, I thought about this video when I was already at home for the day, and I don't have one of those because I'm not in 5th grade anymore and I don't have a child that is. My child is only 2. However, I personally have this little Hello Kitty one, and I thought maybe we can make it work. I mean, the thing I like about makeup hacks is using what you already have, or like standard stuff, and I don't know how many people have those erasers anyways if they don't have a small child or they're not in school. I don't know, maybe that's something that I should be having in my household regardless. But I have this eraser. Let's try to cut it up and see if we can use it as a stamp. I'm gonna just cut along here and try to make a straight edge first. Oh, that's pretty satisfying. Wow. Oh my gosh, I remember now like cutting and cutting the erasers like when you're bored at school, and how oddly satisfying it is. So go ahead and peel this off. Watch your fingers if you're working with sharp objects. So let's see how I can figure this little puppy out. Maybe cut it in half because I have to make 2 different corners, right? So I'm gonna cut this in half. See, it's pretty big. Watch your fingers. Ooh! And that would be a really weird shaped eyeliner, but let's cut it to fit. So this looks like a nice sharp edge. So maybe trim it down from this side, kind of like at an angle right there. Ooh, she might work, huh? Okay, here are the stamps all cut up. The hardest part is trying to make sure that they're equal and the right side for the right side and the left side for the left side. It's a little bit confusing, but let's go ahead and stamp these puppies on, okay? I'm strangely nervous. Should I just go in with the gel liner at this point? No, I'll stay to my technique. This is supposed to be, by the way, this is supposed to be a DIY hack for those eyeliner stamps that you probably saw a lot of last summer, but this is supposed to be, you know, easy. I saw mixed reviews about those stamps anyways, but let's try the DIY version. Maybe it's better. I don't know. Only one way to find out. My stamp is all wet, allegedly. Yeah, all of these only do a little bit. I think it's because the liner's drying so fast. Which, if you like how fast this liner dries, which is nice when you're doing a winged liner, this is the Urban Decay Perversion eyeliner. I'm not 100% like loving it yet. I don't know what it is. I think because I've switched from vinyl to this one is a little more matte, so it can get like a little dusty looking, but it is nice. And it also seems like it's drying out really fast. Let's glide this now. That's not working well at all. Let's go ahead and dip it into, you guessed it, the gel liner. That seems to be working. This is not cute. I saw a video of Promise Fam. I'm not sure if I'm saying her name right, but you would recognize her. She's awesome. She just glides this right on without any effort at all. And this, maybe because the eraser that I'm using, but it's super flimsy. Let's see if I can redeem myself on the other side. I have my nice flat part right here. And this, not the side that I cut, but the actual like flat original part. She glides it instead of stamps it, and I think that's the key. I know everybody was originally stamping it, so that's why I want to stamp it on that side, but let's glide it like she did because she made it work. She's also a magician, so I don't know. A little messy. Maybe with some practice and some finessing, like, girl, she must have practiced. Also, some people were gluing these onto Q-tips, but honey, I did not want to fuss with that. Like, the whole idea of doing this liner is to make things easier and quicker. Maybe that'll help because you're not like fighting with your face to like get the angle right, but I can kind of get the gist of this and I ain't really liking it. Doesn't really make it that much easier because you're still having to go through the motion. Definitely was easier to glide it as opposed to just stamping it, because when you just stamp it, it goes like really light. Okay, let me wrap up my overall thoughts, which you could probably guess from the looks of everything, but I really liked the Q-tip, the pointed Q-tip. That was really easy to glide on with the gel liner. And by the way, this is the Tarte Amazonian Clay gel liner, so I liked that. And then same thing with the stainless steel pointed tip. It was really easy to just like stamp it, slightly glide it, but just be careful with this because it is sharp and pointed. And then almost the same result with the Q-tip. I liked how small you could get the wing. That was better just to kind of stamp it and then fill it out yourself. I did not like, however, the floss. Oh my gosh, this burned my eyes. Nobody warned me that if it's mint, it'll burn your eyes. And I didn't get it in my eyes, so I don't even know how. Maybe just the fumes. I don't know, but I didn't like it. This did absolutely nothing. And what about these stamps? The stamps are somewhere in between. I think with a lot of finessing and some work, you could get these to work, either your DIY or the ones that you can buy already made. DIYing it is really freaking hard because you have to make sure you cut it right at the right angle, and then you have to make sure your sides are right. And honestly, it's just too much work for the effort. I think if you're gonna spend that much time creating stamps or getting used to using the stamp, that time would be better served just trying to perfect your winged liner all on your own. And with that, all of us start on 0 with our winged liner skills, and how I got used to practicing that and basically any new look that I've never tried before. You know what I do? Before I jump in the shower, I try it out. So there's no commitment, there's no having to wear it all day. I can just wash it off whether it's good or bad. Of course, it's kind of a bummer when everything works out good and you have to wash it off. But the majority of the time, you have to get used to the look and the technique. And if you're gonna try any of these eyeliner hacks, for sure leave me a comment down below and tell me which one you are most excited about. And then the same thing goes with that. Try it before you take a shower. Do not try any of these when you have to have like your makeup slayed. Say it's before prom and you wanna try this out, I'm sorry. Do not try this out on the same day that you have your makeup done for prom. Try it before, because that would be such a bummer if your makeup looks flawless and you go to do your wing and it's just not good. If you guys love seeing me test out makeup hacks and you like beauty videos and product reviews from hair, skin, nails, everything, go down and hit that little subscribe button and tap that bell if you want to be notified about every upload that I post. I post about 2 to 3 times a week, so nothing too crazy. And you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great, lovely day.